Good day, everybody. I'm Dr. T. I'm the coordinator for IDP and as well as the chairman for Jawatan Kuasa Capstone FKE 2023-2024 semester 2. So welcome to IDP this semester. So this is my contact number. You may contact me personally or maybe you want to put it into WhatsApp group. And Dr. Muhammad Anas will be the secretary for Jawatan Kuasa, right? So Jawatan Kuasa Capstone, we have 11 committees member. So the other of the member will be listed as shown in the screen, right? And I want to share a bit of philosophy and motivation of IDP as stated by EAC. IDP is a requirement, but EAC is a compulsory for all engineering, right? Courses, right? Accredited under EAC. So it's a training for engineer, right? Training for engineer. So as an engineer, we are we should be right. We most of the time, right? We are going to cater a number of complexity in challenge in engineering works, right? And we are going to look at a number of people around in a group, likely in a group, right? Multidisciplinary, and we may likely to come across with financial constraint and some other constraint in the design, right? So you're looking for that constraint, right? What are the challenge, right? Complexities, right? So as stated in the manual, what we call it EAC Standard 2020, right? There are some definition being stated by EAC. What are the challenge? What are the requirement? What requirements? So please read through. So the training of IDP, hopefully we are able to give you the scenario, simulated scenario that you know what are the complexity in the project. You are able to declare and identify them. You are able to work with different people in a group. Probably you do not know them, some of them, right? Some behave differently, right? That is the challenge, right? Okay. According to the lecture plan, these are the course learning outcome. We have 7 course learning outcome matched to this program learning outcome. So these are the definition, right? The planning. Okay, all of them you are going to challenge the element, right? Element as an engineer and communication, team working, of course the knowledge, right? Of how actually you're going to identify the problems and as well come up with a solution. There are many things that we look at, right? As an engineer, right? Later on, you see how actually you're going to challenge, right? As an engineer, this is sharing, right? This technology readiness levels. When you come up with a project and you got some problem, you might come up with some stages of development, right? The stages of development as declared and defined by the KPT, right? You see the readiness of your project and how actually your readiness of the project is going to be in the fundamental stage or maybe in somewhere in the middle that you come up with some prototypes, right? And you are going to test and trial, or maybe you're going to look at some final product that you're going to deliver to the customer, the end user. Where is actually the readiness level in a project, right? You may want to identify this. So this is the important indicator when you start to apply some grant, right? Some grant they look at this readiness of the projects, right? So don't bother about this thing. But you need to be ready to understand where you are. Okay, so we challenge your understanding, right? We challenge your understanding according to some template, right? You may see the template that you see that we are going to ask you and how good your understanding about your project. There are a number of facets that you need to challenge. Complexity and what are the constraints according to society, and then technology challenge, economic challenge, environment and political, right? And also we use a number of tools, right? Such some other tools such as NABC, CPS, EA, SDG. and how actually you're looking at different facets. As an engineer, right, as an engineer in a real situation, right, you might face this challenge where in the real world, right, probably yes, you are able to talk in a common sense, right, but in some serious cases, right, some serious cases, for example, in a government application, or maybe you are going to present to a national or maybe international company, they might look at these evaluations and how actually you look at the challenge, right? What are the benefits and challenge? So we are looking at this CPS, EA, SDG, right? And also NABC and STEEP. These are the tools, right? And beside that, right, we want to I want to brief you what are the plan, right, for this semester. So this is the general guide, right? We may change sometime, but likely we are going to follow the plan. So this is the first week, right? First week you are going to meet your supervisor, you know your groups, you know your assignment, and you know what is the briefing and the implementation of IDP. And following, we are going to look at a number of assessment, right? The key thing is that we have week 6, which is semester break, right? And then before that, week 4 and week 5 will be Hari Raya, and then you are likely in the instruction by the university is that week 4 and week 5 will stay online. Likely that you are in a kampong, right, in a hometown, right? So and week 5, right, we want your proposal in the format that we prepare in the template, right? In author, you may download the template. So submit the proposal on time before 11 April, right? That is very important, right? Submit it, discuss in your group. So from the proposal, we know your general idea what actually you want to do. And following, we look at their peer review. We have 2 peer review on week 7 and week 11. And peer review is very important that you are going to assess your member and how good your member in terms of your collaborations, in terms of response, participations, in terms of these technologies, readiness. Right? Some you may not happy, but the worst thing is that your member never turn up. Are you going to give them marks? Right? Ask yourself. Are you going to be seriously, right? You're going to give good marks to those who actually never turn out, never performs. Is it serious? All right. This is peer review. Right? You review others members, not yourself. Right? We are going to come up with this peer review and elaboration later on. Okay. The dates given. Do not miss up. Week 7 and week 11 peer review. The rest is you need to work out, right, yourself. Other assessment will be the week 12, right? We look for videos and some others abstract and the titles, right? Group members material. When we want to update the program books ready for the IDP showcase, right, which is on week 15. Week 15, right? On week 15, it's turned out red here because we are not sure about the exact date, right? When is the IDP showcase? Because we are going to collaborate together with faculty when we have this bigger event all together. We call it FKE FKE Day or FKE Innovation Day, where we have final year project, graduates, and probably some other cases, right, all run together. So we haven't finalized, but we will roughly say on week 15, right? We shall update you later on. The rest of the assessment, right? Pay attention to the reminder, right? Reminder on WhatsApp, right? We depend heavily on WhatsApp. Please read WhatsApp and join in WhatsApp. The implementation, right? We something like this, right? We know you are in a student group and then you have supervisor Jawatan Kuasa Capstone, right? We provide all the policy and this platform. But the other way we want to look at this would be industry. And we are going to play this role play that you have in a team, you have manager, engineer, right? Manager, engineer. So I encourage you to appoint one manager and the rest will be engineer. Then how actually you work out the team, right? The manager, the role as a manager, and then your supervisor will be your technical officer, right? Chief technical officer, and this jawatan kuasa capstone will be a local authority. So you come up with some solution where you work together. So this is slightly the construction in the real life, right? Where you have this role in practically in industry. Okay, something like this. Something like this. You got a chart, right? You got a chart. Of course, we do not have finance manager, right? So far, there is no finance manager. But if one of the manager or maybe a member would like to take up as the finance controller, yes, why not, right? You may appoint, right? Okay. And the groups and the team and supervisor we already assign, right? And share in Autel and WhatsApp. Please form your own groups and start the communication and chat among yourself, right? Jawatan Kuasa Capstone is the organizer. We do not respond to your individuals groups content, right? Please talk to your supervisor and your members, right? And come up with a solution what actually you want to do, right? And the groups. Okay, I want to skip this part, right? Because you already elaborate beforehand. Okay. So the time management, right? Now this is a very critical, right? The time management is one issue, one issue. So pay attention to the important date, right? So talk to among your members and how actually you are going to carry out the works. If possible, talk to your supervisor and come out with the Gantt chart. Why Gantt chart, right? Is a very important time management schedule. How actually you're going to meet the Gantt chart. Are you going to exceed the time or you want to follow exactly in the time frame? So plan it out. So this is the exercise and this is very important when you are in industry. Time management. Time is money. Okay. Okay. On week 15 we have this roadshow. So I will update you later on. Don't worry about this thing. And there's another thing I want to share with you. We plan a few lecture series. We invite and pay to Dr. Azons to share you what are the techno entrepreneurship and how actually you 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 look at this project and how actually your project could be turned into probably a business, right? Let's look at your project, right? Is it any element of benefit that is going to turn into a business and how are you going to look at this? Do not just take your IDP project as sort of just a school project. We don't care about this thing, but be serious, right? There are some elements of entrepreneurship, right? And some element that might be profitable, right? Profit. I want to use the word profitable and could be your career, right? Let's look at this, right? There'll be 4 to 5 lecture series. So far, we have scheduled Dr. Azun, right, for 4 slots, right, starting from week 2, right? The lecture will be starting from Thursday, right? So jadual rasmi, right? The official schedule, right? Scheduled in your in the schedule, master schedule by university. Right? IDP is scheduled on each all Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So you have at least 2 hours, at least 2 hours that you are going to spend the time with the project and probably listen to some courses, right? So we urge, right, all attendance, right? We urge all attendance that everybody turn up and listen to what the lecture is going to share with us, right? Of course, there's some spare time, right? Some spare time you may want to discuss with your SV, how actually going to meet your SV, probably sometime convenient, right? Or maybe in the official time, up to you, right? Up to you, right? So Dr. Arjun, we have 4 slot time, and probably week 9, week 10, right? We have we have this arrangement with VTROX, right? We haven't finalized yet. The faculty is going to look for the asset that VTROX is the listed company, and this company deal with semiconductors industry, and they provide solution to this semiconductor industry. Probably yes, the sharing is beneficial to us. We would like to listen to VTROX because VTROX so far in the recent years, right? They are very active in academics and participant in this academic. They share a lot of they initiate a lot, and also they share a lot of idea and how to be an engineer, right? Engineer, and how to be engineer, and how to behave like an engineer, and how to think as an engineer, and in the society, and as well as the workers. The rest of the weeks, right, we do not plan the lecture series, right? So work it out, the project. The online lecture series we plan on Microsoft Teams, right? It's the same channel, the same link. I will share this slide on, and the lecture series is the planning is shared in Author as well. You may check it out, right? The Author, we have a lot of material share, right? Please check it out yourself, right? This is a suggestion, right? Suggestion or timeline, but the details up to you, the Gantt chart, right? So plan your own Gantt chart. This is just a suggestion. So plan your own Gantt chart and how actually you work out the Gantt chart. We have 3 themes that propose this semester. Tema. We have smart agriculture, smart health, energy efficiency. So please discuss with your SV, right? And what are the actual topic and the problem that you want to challenge. So challenge accordingly. Challenge accordingly. Of course, right? If your supervisor and your group have they come up with a consensus that you want to challenge other topics, we won't reject you, right? Just propose to the Jawatan Kuasa that you are going to challenge new topic. We may make some arrangement for you in the program books and showcase later on, right? But this is what we focus on: smart agriculture, smart health, and energy efficiency. Please try, and the design sheet, the general idea about the problem and the thema is provided in Author. You may read what is the design, right? So this is an example. This assessment. I need you to pay attention to this assessment. We are going to remind you time to time. Still, from my experience, right, previous semester, still a number of students are very ignorant about the reminder and the assessment, right? Pay attention to what we share in the slide, and as well as the guideline, right? If you are not too sure, you feel free to post your question in the group, right? I think the Jawatan Kuasa all members of the Jawatan Kuasa are willing to answer you, right? Answer you, please, right? So individual marks, right? In a group, right? Yeah, they have individual marks, 45%, and then we have these groups marks, which is 55%, right? Bear in mind, they are very important, especially on the meeting attendance, weekly progress, right? They are all individual. So in a group of 4 or 5, not all members would achieve equally, right? The marks will be different because your achievement will be different. I'm going to talk about the activity later on. Don't worry, right? So meeting attendance, right? You need to record at least 10, right? 10 attendance minutes, right? You share with your supervisor, and the supervisor going to assess you, right? Please, if you are not able to turn up, give a reason to your supervisor. Your supervisor is serious about your attendance, right? At least 10, right? Recorded minutes. And then your weekly progress report. A weekly progress report will be prepared, right? This is similar to logbook, right? We need 10 reports. prepared by each member in turns. Right? Something I want to share is if your group of 4, right, you may want to plan that member, right? Remember this, right? Each group, your member have M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, right? So this is the member code, right? So please remember what is your code, right? Are you M1 or M2 or M3 or M4 and 5, right? Please remember. So this is the assignment that you need to report, right? In the progress report, right? Progress report. So remember to change, right, or update your member code in your report. Previously, I think some member did not update the code, right? They use the same names, right? M1 all the time, all the same time, M1 in the cover page, right? So the supervisor will assess only M1 answer the report. The rest do not have marks or maybe very few marks. So do not try to do not what you call depend your friend, right? Or ask your friend to do all the reporting. It come out in a way that that you lose your marks because you did not respond, right? Officially, you did not respond. If your name as a respondent is not there, right? Be careful, eh? Okay, and then peer reviews, right? Peer review is the individual assessment where in a group of 4 or 5, each member need to assess the other member. You do not assess yourself, right? You do not on behalf of your friend to assess other people. Do not do that, right? We know who are you once you put it into the Google form, right? We know who are you. So please do it seriously. Are you going to give marks, good marks? Are you going to give good marks to your member who never turned up and never put effort in the project? Are you serious? You want to give good marks to your members, even your friend? Right? Try to be serious, right? And try to trigger your members, right? Trigger your member, right? Remind your member to behave, right? To to put effort in the project. Once you have already delivered the job, right? Each member need to have a job there. So your group and the manager need to assign who actually do what, right? You need to plan, and each meeting need to turn up. So all these are the effort, right? You need to talk among yourself. All right, so you tikam the others members seriously. You assess your others member because they never turn up or they turn up and they do very good job. Right? Yes, give them marks. All right. You never assess, you ignore the reminder, you never respond, 0 marks. Right? And then do self-assessment. You got some marks, but I will go for minimum marks. Right? Never do self-assessment. Right? Never do self-assessment in peer review. Proposal, yeah, do it accordingly. Submit to author. Right? Submit to author. I'm doing quickly just because these are the thing that you may ask later on if you ask, right? And then report evaluation form on week 15 or maybe week 13, something like this, right? Probably the date is wrong, somewhere around week 13, right? That you need to assess and complete your compilation of the works into a report and submit online on the author, right? There will be attachment on CPS, EA, and SDG at the end, right? All the report on SDG, EA, SDG, they are template in author. Please check it out, right? 25%, very high, very high. And then we have this product evaluation form, right? On week 15, not week 13, on week 15, we have this showcase, right? And the showcase you are going to your group, not you, your group going to present to the panel from industry, from the faculty, and what actually your work is about and your idea in any innovation method that you think of. Probably poster, probably just stand there and show, or maybe a demo, or maybe something, right? You need think about how are going to convince the panel in 5 minutes presentation, right? 5 minutes or maybe 10, you're going to talk about this. Okay, so you dress properly, right? The ethics, right? The way that you talk, the way that you dress is very important, right? Okay, the rest, right? You may want to write a paper when you compile everything. You may want to join a competition in university or maybe national or international level, right? There are many of them. It depends on you and your supervisor that you're going to come up with the decisions. And if you think that your project is worth in the future's development, you need more money, go for pitching. All this it needs your initiative, right? Jawatan kuasa Capstone will not disturb, but we encourage that you further on your project into a meaningful outcome, right? In meaningful outcome, right? Probably paper competition or pitching, or maybe you want to spin out, right, as a business. Yes, you may try. Author platform, yeah, I guess everybody joined because I pull all the name lists from this university platform, right? Unless you are not registered, otherwise your names will be in the platform author. So please please read the messages, right? We post some messages time to time as a reminder. So I hate students said I did not receive the reminder. I did not get that messages. But bear in mind, right, we have a number of platform. We use Author as a platform. We use WhatsApp to message reminder and announcement time to time, right? So please, right, please pay attention to the messages. Okay, Author, please join, right? Do not say that you want to depend onto your friend, your brother and sister. Don't do so, right? Please. There are some previous record of example projects already posted on YouTube. You may find them on the link. I'll share the slides in Author. Later on, you may want to find all these materials by clicking to the link. There are some interesting slides. Become the reference, right? References for you to come up with your innovation and preparations for your projects, presentation and video, right? About 5 minutes, right? We want to put it into a very short clips. Some students share with me they push it into TikTok on their own, right? But I want you to give us, right, your video, right? Post it on Author later on. I will ask about the video later on. Do not push to YouTube by your own, but share the video on Author. We'll come up this the what I call the video channel, right, on EDP IDP. This is a video channel by IDP, right? We are going to share this later on. There are many of the project previously you may want to check out. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me and the Jawatan Kuasa. Any others of the member, you may ask any questions regarding to the program and regarding to the course. Post in the group. We'll try to answer you as fast as possible. If we did not answer you in a very short time, you remind us, right? Sometimes I need your understanding. Sometimes we may carry away with some jobs, right? We may forgotten the message, right? Please remind, right? I'll do the reminder from time to time as well because I know some of you may overlook messages. So the reminder and understanding will be a good habit, right? And attitude. Thank you very much for listening. Cheers.